Hey, Corinne, how are you, sweetheart? How are you? Hey, Montoria, how are you? Y'all look at my intro real quick and y'all tell me what y'all think. Okay, I'm so silly. Y'all see that? Hey, S. Hutchinson, how you doing? All right, I'm so silly. Y'all see me? I was doing a little bit too much, too much. All right, look, y'all. I'm testing this thing out. I'm trying to see how this is going to work. Doing a webinar test. I don't even see what the webinar is. Okay, I'm scared to push this thing that say present. You say it looks cute? Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so like with the webinar, you can share slides. You can do an extra camera. You could do video files. So like if I have like 2 or 3 cameras, I can put 2 or 3 cameras. This is cool. The webinar is like having like a studio. So I knew you was gonna ask. There you go right there. I knew you was gonna ask. There you go right there. I guess I need to get to my brand so I can get my banner just in case. Cause y'all know Shelly be fussing. You ain't put the banner up. Are you crazy? You didn't put your banner up. It could have been anybody coming to porn bomb you. Let me see. Overlay. That's what I need to overlay. Y'all see, I'm still learning this stuff. They all good at this. Do this one. I like this one. Please be respectful of the panel. P-bomb production. Shelly, is that you?
It's me.
Okay, I can take my P-bomb protection down.
No, I asked if you were able to drop the link because I didn't know with the webinar if it's the same thing like StreamYard. You know what I mean? Where you drop a link. I didn't know. So
Yes.
but it looks the same to me from here.
It
Like
is.
to me. Maybe it looks different to you, but it looks the same to me.
Only thing different where it says present, when you present, you do. Y'all don't. I don't think you have present. I think you just have share screen.
Mm-hmm.
With me, I can do a video file. I can do an extra camera or slides.
Oh, let me see on my side. Yeah, I can do a slide on my. I can do a slide on my side. I've been could do slides, video file, and share screen. So I only have 3 options.
Okay, well, mine has the extra camera.
Okay, so hold on. You know what I do like about this? Usually, wait, can you? I thought you could just do screen share with these. You know what? That's actually on my other laptop because I was gonna pull something up
Hey, Bella, how are you, sweetheart? How are you?
and show it to you. Slides. Okay, Google Slides, your computer. Okay.
All right, then invite. Let me see what the invite. Bring speakers, moderators, or assistants into the studio. Send this link to your guests. You may also want to share our instructions for guests. You may have up to 10 people on screen at once. Okay, so I still only can do 10 people at screen at once. I'm
Wow.
doing well, Miss Bella. How are you? I'm glad you're
I
good.
thought it was 12 for you.
No, it says 10.
Hmm.
It says 10.
I like
So
your background. The green background's cute.
that's my yes. We are here for all occasions. Gifts. Yes, we're here for all occasions. I like that little background too. So you got a live schedule soon, don't you?
Yeah, I changed it to like 7:30 because everybody in their mama is live right now, and I don't plan on keeping my live up anyway. So I mean, I'll probably leave it up for a couple of hours or whatever. But it's like, I just want to, give other people an opportunity that may want to join because, I like to have structure. So I don't want to be figuring it out next week. If you're going to be there, you're not going to be there. And I mean, I can roll with who I got right now. I don't really have to add anybody else. I don't really. But, I hear a lot of people complaining or saying, well, why not this person? But they're not coming to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the people are not reaching out.
Right. And I'm not going to be going out like scouting and stuff. Like I got other stuff to handle. I can't be scouting all day because it's not, like, If we're doing it for the people, let's do it for the people and keep it moving.
I'm going to show you something I bought. See this?
What's that?
I put treats in it for the dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I shoot him.
Oh, Lord.
And the dog going to chase him.
Lord. Mm-mm. You ain't got that dog on the
and she going to chase him. This what she picked up at the store today. We went to the store when I was on Jay Wilson. We was at the store. Lord. I took her to the PetSmart. And we went to Lowe's. So it got these snacks in it, and I shoot the snacks out in the hallway from the bed.
Yeah, you got to give you some type of exercise to keep them moving.
You say you want one of these for your babies? I'm telling you, it comes with the little snacks. It's called a Nerf. A Nerf dog. So it's a Nerf for the dogs. And it shoot the snacks a long way away. And this is called a Treat Blaster Reload. So it's like a chewy treat for the dogs. She love it. I just can't give her no more today because she done had about enough. She done had about enough.
I know I might be making a lot of noise or whatever in the background, but I'm actually putting on my lotion and all that because while I was streaming on the other side, I didn't took a shower. I didn't wash my hair.
Well, I thought you were sleeping.
Huh?
I thought you were sweeping.
You said you thought I was sleeping?
Sweeping. Vella, I'll look it up on there, and if I find it, I'll put it down on my description. Hey, Lightstorm.
Wait, say it again. You thought I was doing what?
Sweeping.
Sweeping?
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I was sweeping these motherfucking legs. Child.
Hush, hey, Marley. Soul sister. Hey, Marley, how are you?
You hear him complaining?
He always complaining.
In here. But yeah, I want to start working on.
Soul sister said, how many times can she say hi?
Hey, sister, soul sister.
Lightstorm, I didn't forget to call you. I just been super duper busy, but I gotta call you because I got some. Y'all listen. If y'all don't remember last year, Lightstorm did a video with me, and we talked about taxes and stuff. I'm gonna have to get back with her again, so we can do another one. So we can do another one. Talk about. Because these YouTubers, y'all gonna need to know what she gotta say, because you businesses. She talked to us last year. So you businesses, she gonna have to tell us. Y'all gonna have to listen to what she's saying. You businesses. Not crypto tax reduction.
You know what, Vivian? And I'm not even trying to like. Well, actually, you know what? I'll talk to you about that privately.
What's a crypto? I'm
Huh?
trying to figure out what a crypto tax reduction strategies.
Child, I don't know.
She said she's going to get everybody from your live at 7:30.
She said she gonna do what?
She said, "Let me go get everyone from Shelly live at 7:30."
Who gonna go get them? Soul sister?
No, sister.
Girl, you know these people hate me already. Don't be in nobody chat promoting my stuff. You know they can't. You know they mad.
No,
with
I
me
think
as
she's
is,
probably
so.
saying that everybody that's over there waiting for you.
No, they not waiting. Why would they be waiting a whole hour or something? It's a lot of people live right now. I don't think nobody waiting.
Well, we don't have to talk about that. Tax strategies for cryptocurrency investors. How many people you think on here investing in cryptocurrency?
Bro, you talking about people who probably don't even have bank accounts and driver's license.
That's not nice.
No, they ain't got no passport. And I'm not saying that. I'm not talking about your people or my people.
She said
but I'm just talking about them people.
Lightstream spoke to you. Shelly.
Huh?
Lightstream spoke to you. She said she hope you're doing well too.
Wait, who said that?
Lightstream.
Livestream?
Light. Light. I'm sorry, Light. I keep saying Lightstream. Lightstorm. I keep saying Lightstream.
Oh, Lightstorm. Hello, Lightstorm. I'm not looking at the chat.
I'm lunching.
I try not to look at the chat a lot of times because sometimes it's just, I mean, I know your audience is not like that, but you know, some places people will come and just, you know, provoke fights and stuff with you. So I just try to focus on whoever's on the panel.
She's a member. She's a member. She don't do that. Hey, Big Duke, how are you? He says hello, Shells.
Hello, Big Duke.
So we trying this live stream and stuff like that. Big Duke, you want to come up? You can come up and say hey to the folks, to the good people if you want to. Let me see if I can do this. You want to come up and say hey to the good folks? They love to hear. They love, because you know they think you my man. You know that's what they told me, right? They said Vivian. They said Viv. Big Duke is Viv's man. I said, y'all, Big Duke is his own man. Okay. I be like, Big Duke live in a whole nother city. I'm not doing internet romances. Okay, baby. Merry Christmas to you too. But I'm still calling you because I need to find out about my tax stuff. Because I really do got a tax question to ask. I got a business tax question to ask. Especially with this stupid cash app. I want to make sure that I'm not setting money on fire. You know what I'm saying, Shelly? You don't want to be setting no money on fire. It's money on the floor.
I was over here talking to you with the thing on mute.
I was saying that I'm not trying to leave it there.
I was saying that I don't even have to worry about you know, taxes or whatever with Cash App because I don't get them like that. Like I could probably count on my fingers how many Cash Apps I get in a whole year. Honestly.
See there? What's AFSP certification?
Is it in the background?
No, she just wrote it. She said, I forgot I also got my AFSP certification too. So she does taxes. She's a tax professional. Soul Sister says she asked everybody to join her here.
Soul Sister, where are you asking this at?
She went to your chat and told
ain't nobody there. Why would anybody be there? Let me look. Let me make sure I got the time.
Oh, she got her annual filing season program. She can represent her taxpayers now before. Okay, so what she can do, she can go to the IRS, and she can be a representative before the IRS, because everybody can't represent you before the IRS. You got to have a special licensure to go. She said yes, it was.
Was it?
That's what she said. So you got to
I
have.
don't understand why it's a lot of people live right now.
Because they want to hear what you got to say. Because what you got to say,
bro, they don't care what I got to say.
They must do. If you got a lot of people in your chat,
Soul Sister party at the wrong. Soul Sister party at the wrong place.
Yes, it was. Soul Sister said yes, it was.
Okay, well, let me see. Kimmy's no longer live. Miss D.O. is still alive, so maybe I don't know. I hope they don't think I'm having a panel tonight. Maybe that if it was a lot of people, maybe because of the title. But you child.
Let me do this. Hold on, I gotta put on my. Hold on, let me do this. Let me put my banner up. I gotta put my banner up. I keep forgetting that my computer is not touchscreen. Please do not porn bomb me. Please do not porn bomb me. Hey, Big Duke.
What's up, guys? What's going on?
How are you?
Hey.
Hello, Duke.
Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
We can hear you.
All right, okay. I didn't know you can hear me. I had my headphones. What you guys got going on tonight, man?
Nothing. We over here talking stuff. We over here trying to try out live stream and stream web, and what else is it? Webinar.
Because it's basically for like if you're doing a class.
Hold on.
That's the difference of it.
Okay.
So she told me I should be using it.
I never heard of it. Is it on StreamYard?
Yeah.
It's for the professional plan, though.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you can run slideshows. So, like, maybe somebody doing PowerPoint or whatever like that. You have more cameras that come in from different directions. But I'm like, Viv, you're paying for it.
Right,
so you need to utilize what's in there. Like, she can stream to, 9 different destinations?
Yeah.
So, if you're paying for it, there's no reason to be just streaming to YouTube.
Right. Because I run PowerPoints now. When I do my shows, I do a lot of PowerPoints and stuff like that. Just giving people a visual, because
visual, right.
Everybody
learns different. I'm a visual learner. I have to see it. You can tell me a million times, and it's not going to catch to me.
That's right. You can sit there and be a lot. It's very seldom. It's not too many people that's audible that you could just say it and then they pick it up. But if they see it, then they got it.
Right.
I understand exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
Well, I am a multi-functional type person because I also have to do it. I'm a kinetic type learner too. I want to touch it and do it. Do it by example.
Right. Same here. You know what I'm saying?
So what you been up to, Big Duke?
Man, maintaining.
Hey, Miss Ebony.
Just staying here, being in the game, man. Just finished. I just finished with a Zoom training client, and I seen you was on, so I come over here, give you a shout out. You and Miss Shelley, give you guys a shout out to see what you guys were doing.
Big Duke, tell people that you is not my man.
No. No, I'm Shelly's man. Now I'm messing. Don't. Nah, they don't run with that. No.
Well, they say I like women, so I don't know. They pin all kind of stuff.
I'm messing, man. They'll take anything. I know they'll take anything and run with it over here. So now I'm messing. Just having some fun with you guys. No.
Y'all heard that? He said he playing, so y'all don't go and tell that.
They'll clip that shit. Hey, they'll clip it and go run with it. I heard a Big Duke. I heard he say this. No.
You know the funny part about that? I used to get in my feelings because at first they used to say like I'm cheating on my husband and all this stuff, and I used to really take it to heart. He just looked at me one day and was like, "Why are you mad? Like I don't even care what these people are talking about. Like." It only affects me, and I'm not affected. So why do you care? So at that point, I just let these people say whatever they want to say.
And that's what you got to do. You got to just let people. I mean, because people are going to talk regardless, good, bad, and different.
Exactly.
People are going to talk. You know what I'm saying? People are going to talk. That's why. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. It's par for the course. Dealing in this space. So you know, it is what it is. So.
Yeah, it definitely comes with it. It comes with the package.
That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. Yep. So this webinars thing, is it it's the $49 plan, right? I think because I'm paying $29.
You know what? I was looking at it,
mm-hmm.
and I think you said $49, right?
Right.
Okay, hold on one second. Let me see something because
it's the free one, the 25, and then it's the 49.
Well, let me tell you something, Duke. You probably don't know this because I've been talking about this for a while, but I really got upset because I pay for StreamYard, but I pay for the whole year. So I have been paying $240 because I just don't like anything coming out my account monthly if I can avoid it.
Right.
So I come to find out, and I'm like, you know, the service can be sketchy at times or whatever.
Right.
But I'm like, other people are paying $10 a month. And they have the same service that I have. So I had to fight with StreamYard for a couple of days. But anyway, I ended up getting my StreamYard reduced from $240 a year. I now pay $114 a year. And I get everything that I had before. I can bring 10 people up. There's no watermark. What'd you say, Viv?
They reduced mine too. Because I called them. I was like, look. Well, how come everybody else getting price matching? I want some price matching too.
Right. And they told me they will give it to me every year. You know, when it's over.
Yeah.
They will keep that up. And I'm like, I've had StreamYard, I know for probably like, I want to say like at least 3 years. They've been taking that $240 out of my account. And I'm not a person that uses StreamYard that much. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm paying all this money. And you got other people paying $10 a month.
Right.
Why am I paying so much?
Hey, because there's some new players out there too. There's one called, I think, M Flux or something like that. It's real. It's like Zoom, and it's like a hybrid between Zoom and StreamYard. It's really innovative. It's kind of hard, but it's really innovative. It's MU something like that, Flux or something like that. And it's really good. I heard it's really good.
Wow. Now I like Restream. Because I think Restream, in my opinion, Restream has less interferences, less feedback. It's the same concept. You can add people on the stream, but even for their free service, to me, their free service is almost better than the StreamYard pay service. Because even with the free one, you get no watermark.
Right.
The only difference is every time you drop the link, it's a new link that gets created. So if Viv drops the link for you, and let's say Montorio wants to come up, Viv will have to drop the link again because whatever link you use is not going to work for her. Which kind of can be good because if you have somebody coming up that you don't want to come back up, you know what I mean? They can't keep using that link and and coming up. They have more free graphics, intros. I think just everybody started with StreamYard. So, you know, once one person has it, everybody uses it and nobody wants to switch. But I think Restream, to me, and they're cheaper. And they had a Black Friday sale too. And I think they started doing $8 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, $8 a month.
And the one I was talking about is EVMUX. EVMUX. Again, that is a powerhouse right there. I mean, for those who like the technical stuff, you like kind of techie stuff like that, then that's the way. Matter of fact, I'm starting to navigate my way over there and start to use that a little bit. EVMUX, because it's man, the stuff you can do with that is amazing. It's really crazy.
I'm gonna check them out.
Yeah. It's a little pricey. It's a little pricey, but again, it's like a hybrid between Zoom and StreamYard, and there's so many things you can do with it. What's that?
What you call a little pricey, baby?
Let me see. I'm on here now. They got. Well, I mean, it's okay. They got the free. Then they got the basic is at $19, and then they got the pro at $39 a month. So, I mean, you know,
that's about the same as a StreamYard.
Right. Yep. It is. And if you want to do the pro, then it's like, you know, if they monthly it's like $25, and then the pro is $49. So it is the same as StreamYard. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So,
Dr. Brown, how are you?
yeah.
So listen, I want to talk to y'all since I got y'all here. I got some powerhouses here, and y'all like that mental health talk. So maybe y'all can answer me this. What were y'all thoughts on Twitch and him leaving a note at the hotel? Are you glad that he left a note, or
What did the note say? Because I just saw like a little video a little while ago where his wife made a response. But do you have the clip? Do you know what the
I don't know what the note said. I'm just glad that a note was left, because I feel like people that commit suicide, and oops, I said it, and they don't leave a note, I think they even being super duper more selfish than, because offering yourself is selfish, but I think it's even more selfish when you don't leave a note to tell somebody, so that at least get them some answers.
Well, let me tell you, Vivian, I disagree with you on that one, because we don't know, right? We don't know his mental health status, right?
Right. That's where I was going with it. Yeah.
Like, even with myself, I suffer from suicidal ideation. So when you suffer with suicidal ideation, your mind keeps telling you to do it. And his mind, he's not thinking that he's hurting his family. He thinks he's helping his family out. He thinks he's taking a burden off of them. That's why he went. I'm quite sure. I mean, I'm not him, but I'm just thinking like he probably went to the hotel because he probably didn't want his wife or kids to have to find him that way. And then some people portray a certain lifestyle or certain image. And yes, we saw them on TikTok, we saw them on YouTube, but we don't know what type of financial issues they had going on. He may have felt like a burden. He may have felt like, well, Ellen show's not still going on like that. These little gigs in between, we built up, all of these responsibilities and stuff. Who knows? But one of his friends made a statement and was saying that, he was really the light. And unfortunately, the darkness, caught up to him and so on and so forth. But, at the end of the day, I know that people say suicide is selfish. And in a way, I guess it is, because the people who are left behind, they are the ones that are here suffering. But I can tell you that the times that I've tried stuff like that, at no time was I thinking, oh God, I'm going to hurt my family. I truly thought I'm helping them out. I'm helping them out, because that's what your mind. It's a mental thing.
Right.
So the thing is, okay, so you guys, and I understand what Shelly said, and I have to do a precursor to that. Everybody's suicidal ideology is different. Everybody with suicidal ideology thinks differently. Because with me, I have also had I've had 2 attempts. That's why I ended up in the hospital twice. I've had more attempts than that. But that's why I ended up in the hospital twice. Once of them wasn't even my fault. I don't care what they say. That wasn't my fault. That was the doctor tripping. I wasn't even thinking about it. She asked me a hypothetical. That's how I ended up in the VA. But I actually ended up in a hospital because I did attempt. And I think that you have different thoughts at different times. And Dr. Brown said, from her understanding, he did it because from something from his past.
Right, and that's. Let me say this real quick, Viv. I mean, both of you guys really made some profound points. I'm gonna just say this, that I do believe that like mental health get overlooked, especially in the Black community, because it's considered weak. You know what I mean? It's considered like, if you're getting help, like, oh man, look at you, you weak. Especially growing up, you go and see a psychologist or something like that, it's considered weak. And then, like I said, it's one of those things that, I mean, probably he got overlooked because from an exterior standpoint, the guy looked good. I never knew the brother until the video came out that he passed, but he looked vibrant. He looked like energetic and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, I think the next day he took his life. But
he was able to mask what they do.
Right.
They call masking.
That's right. So from an exterior standpoint,
I tell people I mask very well, because people see me. They don't believe when I tell them, I'm bipolar depressive. They're like, no, you're not. I'm like, yeah, I am.
You're able to cover it up. And from an exterior standpoint, it looked good, but we don't know what's going on interior wise. I mean, upstairs, we don't know. And again, it's just like one of those things. Like if you coming up, I mean, especially like for me, middle to low class, and you went to go get help, man. Oh man, you retarded. You were the R word, whatever the case may be. But people shun you for that. People shun you for getting help. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's at the forefront. You know what I mean? Mental health.
Plus, the other thing is, we got to think about the people that go to church. For the longest time, church is just now coming in line with that. If a person that they need, I don't know about a lot of churches, but I know about the church I attend, the AME church. They are just coming into line with, we can't help everybody, and the Lord is going to send us. They'll send them to some mental health counseling, because they have something at the AME now called a mental health first responder, which is a person that's able to contact you. Like if a person come in, they say, oh, I'm dealing with drugs, and they telling the preacher they dealing with drugs, or they dealing with this or that and the other. The pastor ain't going to be like, let's pray about it. He's going to be like, let's pray, and now let me direct you to the right resources. And he going to call in his mental health first his first aid responder. And we're going to be like, all right, these are the resources that we have in this community that we can direct you to.
That's a good point. That's a good point, because you can't pray everything away. Some things need additional help. You know what I'm saying? And that's the first go-to. Oh, you just getting some prayer. No, you need some help. Some people need some help, you know? So, and you know, it's just one of those things. It's nothing to be afraid of. Like I can recall getting shot, and you know what I mean? It just, my upbringing was all that of, you know what I mean, hardcore and all this stuff here. And it's one thing I wish I would have done, and I wish I would have probably talked to somebody after that, because even though I didn't have no reoccurring nightmares, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, it was just, it made me real conscious of my surroundings, and it kind of made me cold a little bit, you know what I mean, to other people. And this is one of those things, like, man, I just wish back then, you know what I mean, just being shot up, left for dead, and I just wish I had that moment to sit there and talk to somebody, because I didn't think about it at the time that that's something that needed to be done. You know what I mean? I just thought that, okay, cool, I'm gonna get stitched up, stapled up, and then go about my life. But I didn't think about the fact that you may need to sit there and talk to somebody for a little bit. So yeah, you're right about that. Everything just can't be resolved by going to the church and praying. You know?
And the thing is, you don't know how an incident today is going to affect you
Facts.
10 years from now. For instance, I tell everybody I'm an MST survivor. I was fine in my job until that little boy grabbed my breast. You get what I'm saying? By him, that one act he did, it brought back a flood of unresolved issues. Although I have been going to mental health counseling, but it brought back a flood of things that I had, you know what I'm saying, that I thought I was fine with. And I found out I wasn't as fine with them as I thought I was.
I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna give it to you, one of you guys. Soul Sisters #1 says we need to do a bipolar series panel show, and I think that'd be good for you, Viv, or Miss Hutchinson, because everyone suffers differently, and she's actually correct, because it's not up under one umbrella in that situation. Right. Everybody deal with things differently in different accord. So that's a really good point right there.
Soul Sister gave me a whole panel by the phone yesterday, and yeah, she gave me about a 2-hour seminar yesterday on bipolar. So I think, you know, sometimes I think I make people nervous, a little nervous, but it's just a daily struggle, you know. I ain't never gonna lie about that.
And the thing is Shelly, you can attest to this. There are different types of bipolar. Whereas
that is correct.
Whereas with me, I am what they call bipolar depressive. All it means is that I'm a chronic depressive. I got chronic depression. That's all that means. I got chronic depression. I have more downs than I have ups. Do I have ups? I do have ups. And I know what my triggers are, and I know what my ups are. I know if I start spending money, that, yeah, Viv, we got to look at this. What's going on? You might be in a manic state.
Right. And also, and then again too, you guys probably know this as well, but in the wintertime, you know what I mean, people, your circadian rhythm is off. In other words, your sleeping pattern is off. I mean, you don't get enough.
Sundown.
Right. You don't get enough sunlight and stuff like that. All those are contributing factors to what Viv said, depression. So all that stuff right there come into play, you know what I'm saying, can disrupt something right there from a mental standpoint.
You are right. And I used to have a light, a UV light.
That's right. Seasonal depression. That's right, doctor. That's right. Seasonal depression. That's right. Yep.
And I learned about the
and I wanted to say that most
light when I was in Germany. In Germany, a lot of people got these lights in their house because you don't get as much sun in Germany as you do here in the States. Right. So I had one, but my Tracy broke it. I got to get another one. Go ahead, Shells.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that a lot of Black people, I don't really use the term African American, but a lot of Black people already have low vitamin D levels. And, you know, sadly, a lot of people are not taking care of their health. They're not getting routine blood work. But a lot of, you know, Black people are known to be vitamin D deficient. So if you're already deficient in that, and then you have the winter that comes around, you got yourself into a whole big mess. Then you have the pandemic. So people aren't going out as much as they were before. You know what I mean? So you have all of that. But it is important that you check your levels, take you some vitamin D, get you some sun when you can, and just do the best that you can do every day.
Let me do this real quick.
During the pandemic, you were stuck in a house with a bunch of Negroes that you really didn't want to be in a house with anyway.
No, you know what? I disagree with that, Vivian. The pandemic for me personally,
I was just joking.
I know, and I know for some people it was a lot staying in the house, but I feel like for me, although honestly, my husband didn't have no time off of work, you know what I'm saying, because of his line of work, the pandemic didn't affect him. But I feel like it drew, not that we needed to be any closer than what we already were, but I think it just made my family even more closer, even my children who don't live here. It just, so much happened. And then, you know, in the middle of the pandemic, everybody has lost people, you know what I mean? Right. And then you're limited to the things that you used to do that you're not doing. So we do more like get together with the family type of stuff, because some of them, especially like my brother, he don't want to go a whole bunch of places with people because he's, you know, wearing 99 masks. So I don't even know how him and his girlfriend ended up getting, you know, C-19. But yeah, I think it made my family, I think, even stronger. The pandemic did for me.
Right.
And
I'm gonna go something you said.
Hold on. Soul Sister said about your mind runs 1,000 times faster than most people, and then it crashes. The other thing is, a lot of people don't realize when you don't get enough sleep. Hey, Mahogany, how are you? When you don't get enough sleep, if you don't get enough sleep, that right there in itself is going to kill you. Because your body is going to do a crash and burn. How many times have your body did a crash and burn because your mind didn't get enough rest?
That's right. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go with something Shelly said, and we talked about this a lot. And I remember this lady came on my show and she said this point. She said, and it's so true, because I find it with my profession that we don't go to the doctor. And I'm gonna call out the men. Most men do not go to the doctor until it's time. The doctor say, look, you about to be checked out of here. You know what I'm saying? Men don't go get checkups. They don't get their prostate checked out. They don't go get their blood pressure checked out. They don't know what their LDLs look like. They don't know what their HDLs look like. High blood pressure, the whole nine. High cholesterol, the whole nine. Women go on the regular. Most women, not saying all. Some of them go on the regular, but most men, they don't wait. They wait until it's time. Most Black men. I just want to say that.
Well, the other thing
that is true,
and you've talked about this on your show, Duke, about the food deserts. We don't get enough. We don't get enough good food, and because of food deserts and things of that nature, which is, you know, not good. Not good. That's a bad thing right there in itself.
That's right. That's
And
right.
we need to that's one of the things that we need to look into, making sure that we're eating correctly and eating right, eating enough, getting those omega, what is it, omega what threes with
Omega
the
3,
fish
fatty acids. Yep.
oil,
Good fatty acids.
and
Yep.
and making sure that we're getting enough vegetables
Mhm.
and fruit that's not too high in the
Fructose.
sugars and things of that nature.
You
We
got
got to stop eating those starchy foods. Hey, listen, you guys.
it.
One of my downfalls is French fries. I love potatoes.
True.
I love French fries. I love baked potatoes. I'm not so much on all the extra stuff that got in there, but I am, I like potatoes, but I got to understand
You
also
better
that,
get into that carb blocker.
that I can't be
Yeah.
eating all the time.
Well, the thing is, with that, Shelly, though, because what happened, that give you a false sense of improvement, because you could just take that carb blocker and then eat those, and then eat the fries, but you got to limit that stuff, man. You got to.
Yeah, you definitely have to still limit it. Don't get me
Right.
wrong. Like, I'm sitting up here right now and I'm eating some grapes.
Right.
I still took that carb blocker before I ate these grapes. So
Right.
and I still didn't go and eat like the whole bag of them, but I found it to be helpful for me. But I kind of fell off of my regimen of what I was doing. Like, I'm still eating clean, but when I went to my cousin's house for Thanksgiving, I don't even celebrate holidays, but my little cousin had came home, so she was like, well, we just, we cooking, we whatever, and that day you can just do something bad that one day and then you pick up those nasty habits over and over again. So like, she's having something again at her house. It's like a brunch or whatever. And I said, you know what, as much as I would love to be around my family, like, I'm about to skip on that, because again, in Black culture, we use food to celebrate everything. It doesn't matter if it's a wedding, food. If it's a funeral, food. Divorce party, food. Birthday, food. Everything is food, and it's just a bad habit.
And the thing is, we don't do the best food. We don't. Let's be honest. We got macaroni and cheese. We got
brownies.
Y'all, I had a whole breakdown about my sister not giving me a damn sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving.
Oh shit, you right.
I didn't get my sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving. I had a whole damn meltdown. Y'all know that. For those that y'all listening to me, I've been fussing about that damn sweet potato pie since Thanksgiving. As a matter of fact, I went to her house this week and I was like, yeah, so do you plan on doing sweet potato pies for Christmas? She said, I don't know. I said, what?
No, that's right. Y'all saying some good stuff.
I promise y'all, it's gonna be a bad one if I don't get a sweet potato pie for Christmas. She gonna have a bad one. And I love you, sis, but you literally gonna have a bad one. Yeah. You is gonna have a bad one. And I love my sister, y'all. Don't get me wrong. That's my girl. But me and her, she gonna have a bad one. I ain't kidding. I'm gonna jump on her back.
And the thing is, I be telling people, do it, but don't just try to, if you're trying to go down the path of healthy eating, whatever the case may be, do it in moderation. You try to wean yourself out of it. You know what I'm saying?
No. I want damn sweet potato pie.
You want that? No,
I wait all year for that sweet potato pie. I ain't lying.
Well, no, if you want it, that's cool. But I'm just saying, if that's the key word is if you're trying to go down that path, then do it in moderation. Wean yourself off something. You know what I mean? Replace it with something. So
whatever. It ain't replacing it with nothing.
You're right. You gonna knock it down? The whole pie in one sitting, huh? The whole
honey, let me tell you, my sister give me 2 pies. I get 2 pies. Them pies lucky if they make it in a week.
I feel you. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Do you
Listen,
think,
I don't get them all year long. But I wait for them pies at Christmas and Thanksgiving, maybe Easter and Mother's Day.
I feel you, my girl. I feel you. Everybody got their vice. My vice is the same thing. My vice is shrimp and fries. But right now I can't because I'm getting ready to do some things. I'm getting ready to show. But that's my thing. Is shrimp and fries. So I get it. So
that's the other thing. French fries. I know French fries are my downfall. I've been doing well. I did well at first, but I fell off the wagon. But I'm about to jump back on it again.
But let's take something like healthy, what Shelly's doing. She's doing grapes right now. And a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll graze. So instead of putting it, so in other words, you take something like let's say Skinny Pop or whatever case may be, any nutritional snack, instead of just taking that snack and putting it into a Ziploc baggie, you know what I'm saying, and eating it, what they'll do is graze out of the bag or the jar. And then next thing you know, they'll consume the whole bag or jar. So now you got to think, okay, I mean, you know, if you know how to read the nutritional facts, X amount of pieces of grams equals how many carbs, how many sugar grams, you know what I mean, how many protein grams. But they'll sit there and consume the whole bag or jar. Then now, you know what I mean, that's the bad part about it. So you got to be able to eat it in moderation and ration it out, not just consume the whole jar sitting in a bag in one sitting.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to eat it all at one time.
No, you can't do that shit, Bill. Come on, man. You can't be doing that shit. Now, come on, man.
I'm
Work with me a little bit.
And when you eat it at all at the same time, you end up like me and bust your goddamn pants and the legs. That's what did it for me. I said, no, ma'am. Did I just bust my face? No.
Oh no, about that shit. Oh no, about all that shit.
Rip them pants right in the middle. I said, no, we got to do something about this.
I don't know nothing about that, man. Y'all, wow.
No, I'm gonna tell you, no, seriously, my knee joints started hurting real bad. So I actually, they wanted me to do metformin. I did metformin like 2 days, and then I was like, F this.
But what I want you to do?
Metformin for diabetes.
Oh.
Yeah, but I monitor my blood glucose measurement, and what I found out was I am insulin resistant.
That's right.
Cause I go to sleep. I eat eat and I be like
you know what that means? I'm gonna tell you, once you insulin resistance, that means that hey Sloop, the Smart Show Sloop, please out there. That means you bringing in too much sugar, Viv. You got too much sugar. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to go into how that break down, how that stuff break down, stuff like that. Once you insulin resistant, your glycogen levels will spike. So in other words, it's almost like when you eat something and then maybe 20 minutes later, you're craving it again. Like, I haven't had enough. I want more. I need more. So you got to be able to sit there and manage that. That's what I was saying. Do it in moderation. Do a portion here, a portion there. And substitute it with something. Water. You know what I mean? If you don't like the bland taste of water, infuse it with something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, I found out when I was drinking more water, when I was drinking more water, it actually helped me a lot because, and then the other thing is I like apples, so I'll eat an apple.
Okay.
And they'll see, but my cousin is like, you know, my cousin, the one that was in.
Oh yeah.
He's like, cousin, you can't eat apples. I'm like, no, you can't eat apples. I eat apples all day long.
Right.
If I want to, but the apples, what I found out, the apples were good for me. Hey, Pastor Nate and Mahogany, if y'all want to jump up, we just talk about this here. We talking about this here. Nutritional facts and stuff and things of that nature. So, yeah, that's where we are. So that's what I did. That's what I did in reference to me. So I like apples.
Yeah,
I don't eat a lot. I just like eat 3 apples a day, 2 or 3 apples a day, and then I drink some water. I'm good.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, man. I one thing about it, people think that, oh man, Duke gonna tell you try. No. I do this, but I will never try to tell any browbeat anybody to try to eat healthy and stuff like that. If you want to do it, you do it. And I tell people all the time, there's 2 things I can't do. I can't train your motivation, and I can't train your heart. That got to come from within. Now, if you got that under control, then I got you. I can take you wherever you want to go. I can put you on stage. Hell, I can do whatever you want to do. But if you ain't got the motivation to do it and you got the heart to do it, shit, you're going to waste your money and my time. For real, off rip. I'm going to tell you now, man. Straight up. Straight up.
Now, I'm going to tell you what my issue is with food. I don't like doing food prep. I ain't going to lie to you. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do food prep. If I had a cook to do food prep for me, shoot,
right.
I'd be cooking with Crisco. I ain't lying.
Yeah. The food prep I got to do it. I mean, I got to do food prep. I got to do that because what happened is you'll nitpick. You'll get a little bit here, a little bit there, and you'll try to piece things together. But if it's already done, then you already set. There's a You be done. Just do it on Sunday. I mean, the beginning of the week, and you good. You set. You know what I'm saying? But if you try to do it midweek, you're gonna mess up.
Go ahead, Shelly. What was you saying?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shelly. I mean to interrupt.
No, you didn't interrupt me. I think I was talking to my husband. That's why I went. That's why I put it on mute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, y'all fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
Pastor Nate said it right. Discipline is the key. Pastor Nate been losing weight too. Pastor Nate, where you at in your gym?
She was good. We in this motherfucker. She, that's my G right there. Shoot, we in here.
Where you at? In your walk in reference to your workout and stuff.
Where I'm at?
No, I was asking Pastor Nate because Pastor Nate been in the gym too.
Okay. All right. He said I'm struggling. He said he's struggling. Okay.
What you struggling with, Pastor Nate? Pastor Nate, come on up and tell us what you're struggling with. Because you know what? Pastor Nate is inspirational here.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I know he been working out. I want to know what he's struggling with.
Yeah, man. Everybody struggle. I mean, everybody struggle sometimes. Everybody struggle with something. Hell, leaving me. I mean, I struggle with shit. I'm like, man, I don't feel like doing this shit today. Trust me. Well,
I'm gonna tell you, my cousin do this workout thing. He keep telling me come down there, but I ain't gonna lie. I just don't want to go to that. I don't want to go to the gym. I ain't gonna lie. It's cold. I don't want to go out of my house today. It's cold.
See, and that's the deterrent right there. And I tell people all the time, this is holiday season. So let's play it. We got Thanksgiving pastors. We got Christmas is right here. And then you got New Year's. And then on top of that, it's cold. And when you cold, you want to be stagnant. You don't want to move. You just want to sit there and, man, I ain't moving. I ain't going no damn way. I'm standing right here. That's it.
And if it's too hot, I ain't going outside because I don't want to be outside in the heat.
Gotta kill me with all them damn excuses, Bill.
It ain't no excuses. I have what they call what they call that joint I got? Solar dermatitis. Basically, I'm allergic to the sun.
Who?
Solar dermatitis. Mahogany, is that you, my darling?
It is. It's me.
What up, Sheed? Is that you, baby?
What up? We here. Sheed, what's up?
I gotta do that.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah.
Welcome to everybody. I'm gonna go back on mute. I just want to say hello to everybody.
Hello.
That's she and Mahogany. That's Shells. That's Shelly.
Yes,
Vivian, I know who both of them are.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen Shells. I think on another. I've seen her before. I have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen Mahogany before, and she always says we're in here. I go to his
Yeah. That's my.
That's Nelly. Hey, dude, let's go. We got to go for it, baby. It only could be one. Like Jet Li, the one, baby.
Let's go. What's up with you, fam?
I hear y'all talking about the
Okay, hold on a second. Look at what Soul Sister said. Soul Sister said,
I gotta share it.
My problem with food is I don't want to eat for 3 days at a time. The 4th day I have to make myself eat.
3 days at a time.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't get that.
She said she don't want to eat. So by the 4th day, she has to make herself eat.
Oh wow!
So your body should be in starvation mode.
You ain't lying.
And that's like a bit.
Can I be honest with y'all? If I had my choice, I would take junk food over real food any day. If you ask me, do I want a steak, potato, and broccoli, or do I want a Snicker bar? I'd rather have the Snicker bar. I'm a junk food junkie. And so I'm at the point where I have to avoid that stuff, period. Because I don't know like when to stop. I don't crave like food. Some people just want to eat, or they want shrimp, or I don't know, whatever. Like I'll eat it, I'll eat fish or chicken or whatever. But if I have my choice, I'd rather have ice cream. I'd rather have brownies,
That's not uncommon though, Michelle. That's not uncommon.
Yeah,
That's
and
that's not
I know a lot
unhealthy.
of people crave that type of stuff, but the problem with that is, as you know, that food doesn't keep you full.
Right,
So that's
right,
why you
right.
keep going to it, going to it, going to it. And honestly, I used to be like a serious like health nut, like crazy health nut. But you know, once I started eating clean again, I'm not gonna lie, my whole body felt better, my digestive system, everything. You know, when you feel exactly how you eat crap, you're gonna feel like crap.
That's
You
right.
eat good, you're gonna feel better. And I know that sounds so like you know, who wants to do that? But with me having digestive issues and all that other kind of stuff, I can't go back to that way of eating. You know, and since I kind of tiptoed back into it a little bit, I've already started suffering. So I'm like, I can't do that, you know? I
Yes,
can't do that.
I understand. I want to tell y'all something. I get frustrated because people think because of my size that I never had any type of issues with eating or health. And it's just frustrating. Like I'll say, oh, I'm slipping back or I want to go work out. Me and the doctor that I work with, we were talking about this. Sometimes people assume because you're not necessarily a, maybe majorly overweight, they'll assume that you don't struggle or that you don't have health issues. And it's nothing could be further away from the truth, but they just judge you on what you look like. They don't know that maybe you have, like me, my blood sugar it spikes sometimes. But I know it's based on my diet, but they just assume that you don't have any issues. I hate that because they'll say things like, well, what are you working out for? Because I'm trying not to get sick. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that be the biggest part. With me, it's more of a health thing. I try to eat right, and recently I've been trying to work out. Man, I done hurt my neck trying to deal with these little young guys. Cause I took back. I said, well, I'm gonna go pay for a gym membership. I could just go get a free gym membership during wrestling season. Go and help one of my old coaches, so I can do a double. I can help some young kids, inspire them, and get a workout in at the same time. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, my body ain't built like that no more. But see, the thing is, me working out is not the issue. It's just, wrestling, you literally use a lot of muscles. In basketball, football, I can go pick up a basketball, I can shoot. I done fell off on basketball so bad because I haven't really, really, really touched the ball since like ninth grade. That's when I really stopped getting into basketball real hard. Football, I was always cheap. I got the body for football. So football is something I could just pick up a ball, run it, hit somebody. That's nothing. But with the wrestling, your whole body, I'm talking about your neck. We still have to do neck exercises because when you're moving around, your shoulders, your arms, your legs, we used to do these things called mountain climbers.
Yeah.
Mountain climbers are so hard on the legs and on the shoulders because you pressing your
I hate
weight for
mountain
one.
climbers. I think
Yeah.
my drill sergeant hated me.
And so that was like the biggest thing for me. Like that's what built my body. So I would always tell my wife, I say, when I got married to her, I think one time we was having a little challenge and I beat her. I lost like 30 pounds. I think it was like 3 months. I lost like 10 pounds a month, but basically overall I lost 30 pounds within 3 months. She was like, man, how you do it? And it was the crazy part. I did it without even exercising. All I did was just cut my diet. I went
Yeah.
vegan for 2 weeks. And then after I went vegan for 2 weeks, I started back getting into bread. But what I did was I didn't eat bread at first. I would eat what those the burritos. I would eat burritos. So I would
Mhm.
eat eggs and stuff like that. And I'm talking about when I went vegan, that mean there was no eggs. So in the mornings time, if I didn't eat fruit, I would eat a salad. And imagine you eating a salad with no dressing, because all the
Hey,
dressings with all that fat.
Dr. Pastor J. Wilson, you can come on up. We talking about the health struggles.
I'm
Hey,
talking about you, Pastor.
Yeah, we talk about you. No, I'm just like,
You talking
come
about
on up, bro, Jay. You come up. We talk about health struggles and exercising and stuff.
Yeah, so that was like the biggest thing with me. When I changed my diet, I lost the weight instantly. Every time my people, every time I went around everybody, they was like, "Man, you losing weight?" I was like, "Yeah." They was like, "Man, you look good," and it was all, my wife couldn't understand it, and I told her, I said, when I used to wrestle, it was all about it. I stuck to a strict diet, no fried foods, no breads, no salt. We don't cook with no salt already. The most
Good.
salt we get in our food is through butter. That,
Mhm.
that if we get salt, it'll be because we put butter in something. That's it. Other than that, no salt seasons all through the house. Tony's, no salt. I'm talking about just go to the Dollar Tree. Man, I probably spend about $20 just on seasons in there because I get no salt season. Then I get my basil, then I get my parsley, all that, and I cook with that. So my wife, she grown accustomed to, eating like that. So the kids, they know like that. So anytime they eat something with salt, the first thing they say, "Ooh, this is salty."
Pastor
And they
Jay,
be
you know you ain't go no, bro Jay, you know dago well you ain't go no Mexico. Get on up here. Cause we look, this your talk right here, right there in your alley. He talk about
What
the
you
people,
want,
the people saying went to Mexico and got him a tummy tuck.
son? Nah,
They
Pastor
say
putting the
he
work.
got his
The thing
stomach
is,
ache.
though, the thing is, Viv, you know what I mean, Mahogany and Viv, it's a process, man. It is a process.
Yep.
You got to trust the process. If you're gonna put the work in, it is a process. And I tell people all the time, like this right here, like if you was to start a job, you don't work on a job and 2 or 3 days you said, go to your supervisor and say, "Where's my raise, man? I've been working here 3 days. Where's my raise? Why you haven't given me a raise yet?" Well, the body worked the same way because if you can't go and eat well for 2 or 3 days and expect to lose 20 pounds, you got to put in the work. You got to sit there and get the walking in. You got to get the workout in. You got to sit there and do your due diligence, workout wise, to sit there and see that weight to come off, and nutrition wise, because it is a process. You know what I mean? So that's the biggest example I can give you right there. It's like, you got to trust the process if you're going to go down that route.
That's true. Hey, bro Jay, how you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Chase,
Fine.
what's up with you, fam?
I'm doing all right. I'm just listening to you all, and around about 10 o'clock, I'll be at Planet Fitness. I don't go to a fancy gym, but I
It
just
don't
go
take
to the
much.
gym with equipment. And so, yeah, so I'll be getting ready. And then I'll be heading home to Florida on Friday.
Well, I don't know if you remember me. Vivian invited me a long time ago when you did you were doing like prayers for people and you were blessing people with some cash apps, and they invited me to your show, and I enjoy your show. I watch from the clouds. But I just wanted to say that that shows your commitment, because I go to Planet Fitness too, but I haven't been in weeks. So at least you're committed.
Yeah,
Hey,
I try to go at least Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, or Saturday, Tuesday, or Thursday. I go 3 days out of the week, and a lot of it is diet, and for me, is portions. So I just do what I got to do. I
Okay.
don't eat bread, so I've cut out that. Um, I do not do sodas. I just do. I got my Circle bottle, so I do water, and just really exercise, and just do that. And at this particular point, I just have to get my mindset to work out, because you get to a point where you hit a plateau and then you got to
That's
get
right.
over it. So
That's
I'm
right.
I'm at that point now, but I just go and work out and continue to do what I need to do.
Well, you got to tell Viv because she eating 2 pies in one sitting. No, I'm messing. I'm messing, Viv.
bro
I'm messing.
Jay.
She better get some of them. She better get some of them sugar-free things at that station.
I'm
Look,
messing with
bro
Viv.
Jay. Bro Jay.
Yeah,
Now, what's up with the moose knuckles?
I have the slightest idea why people are taking pictures of my crotch,
Oh,
but it's all good if they get excited by that. But the person who's taking the picture, I want to see her moose knuckle. And I'm gonna leave that right there. I ain't going with these people. I ain't going with them people. I'm just like, oh, but anyway, Bib, if you fat, they gonna have something to say. If you lose it, they got something to say. So you just gotta do it. it's for you. And like I said, I'll be 53 next year, so it's just time to just make sure things are, um, healthy. And I just, at my age, you don't need to have all that weight. You don't need to have it, period. But especially when you are in your midlife, you don't really need to have all of that because it'll cause problems down the road. So you just gotta try to prevent some things, and a lot of this stuff that people are going through can be prevented if they actually work out and lose the weight. And the weight loss is not, I mean, you get something from it aesthetically, don't get me wrong, but it's really about not having high blood pressure, diabetes, and cancer, a lot of stuff. I mean, you want to be able to go get your teeth clean and have surgery because if you're too big, you can't even do that unless you lose some weight. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Hey,
It's time for me to eat. I'm out of here, man. Hey, y'all, be easy out there, man. Be easy. Thanks, Bill, Jay. Listen, you already know what time it is. She, we, I need that. What's up, Mahogany, man? Peace to you, go. I'm out
All
of here,
right,
man.
bye.
All right, peace.
I do.
All right,
All
man.
right.
Peace.
So y'all listen, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the title to this because I actually was just testing stream, y'all, for real.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad because when I first came in, I had just gotten home. I was like, well, I should share it out. But I was like, does she want me to share it out? Because this was a good conversation. So I did share it out, but I wasn't sure if you wanted me to.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually change the title to this to Health Talk because we actually ended up doing a health talk. Talking about health talk. Hey Bella, how are you? And
Yeah.
my thing is, look, we all got our own race to run. That's the biggest issue. We try to compare ourselves to other people and try to do what other people do, but what works for one don't always work for everybody. What's y'all thoughts on that?
I agree. I don't have much else. I agree with you.
Well, I agree because men tend to lose. Well, when it comes to weight loss, it usually happens with men quicker than women. Men just don't have a whole lot of fat storage because we don't have kids, and so I think it takes women a little longer. Like alcohol consumption can be different in women than men. I think also caloric intake is different. I think women may, to lose weight, have to reduce calories a little bit more than men. So you can see certain things, and women got childbearing issues and other things that they have to deal with that men will never, deal with. So I think that there are a couple of reasons why it's going to be different, and even each individual as well. But
Yeah. Because
Yes.
when they come down to it, a lot of times with men, when we lose the weight, like I was on record at my high school for losing 14 pounds in one day because I lose a lot of water. Like my thing is, I sweat a lot. I got open pores, so I sweat tremendously. And so the harder I go, I put the sweatsuit on, like the little plastic suit. Then I turn around, put a sweater over it, sweatpants, and then I just go hard in the paint. The more I was doing that, I was losing the weight like that easily. Everybody was like, "Man, what is wrong with this kid?" And it's just like that now. Cause see, my thing is salt retains water, and a lot of people, that's the whole thing. If you cut out the salt and you focus more on just drinking your water and exercise, you lose the weight. So that's not a problem. Especially for men. Women, it gets kind of difficult because to a degree, it's like that fat. A lot of women who told me about losing weight, and even my wife, we talk about this. It's like you lose 2 pounds, while man, he's lost like 5 or 8 pounds, and it always gets like that because to a degree, like Jay Will was saying, like when it come down to it, our body chemistry is different. So, the fat might sit on for a woman a little bit more, but different than a man, and that's the thing with our body. Not even just with individuals. You might go harder in the paint than some, you might do a lot more exercises. You might sweat a lot more. And a lot of times it's the bowel movement as well. A lot of people don't realize a digestive system. If you're not going regularly, there's a problem. That's you storing so much waste, and a lot of people don't like talking about that, but that's one of the key things. If you're not going on a regular, that digestive, all that waste is just sitting there. What is it doing? It has to go somewhere. If it don't come out, what does it do? It gets stored somewhere. And Big Duke talked about that on his channel. You know, trying to sit there and lose weight while you sitting here and you eating all this food and this stuff is getting stored and it's getting stored somewhere. You eat a steak, your gut, like he was saying, I think your stomach can only hold. I think he was like up to 4 or 5 pounds or 3 pounds or something like whatever. And to a degree, whatever it doesn't hold, it gets pushed into your love handles, get pushed onto your gut, and it's hard for you to burn that. So a lot of people tend to think that, oh man, this baby fat or is this no, it's this what you're eating. If you're not properly, disposing of the waste, that plays a big part in it. So a lot of people, you know, they have teas you can drink, smooth move tea. You have enzymes that you can take that break down the stuff in your stomach. One lady I knew, I told her about slutty vegan. She ate slutty vegan burgers and it made her regular. And she was like, "Man, I can't believe this." She was like, "Every time I eat that burger, I'm regular." And I was like, "But that's the thing. That's horrible for you have to eat a burger to do that, and that's a vegan
Gee,
burger."
guess
Yes.
what?
What's that?
I'll be in Atlanta next week. I mean, in the end of January.
Okay, we gotta do something.
We're gonna have to hook up. We're gonna have to hook
Okay.
up. I'm gonna definitely be down that joint.
I love
Hey,
Atlanta.
you say you love Atlanta?
Oh yes, I got family there. I got aunties, cousins, and then this old dentist I used to work. They have a lot of dental conventions down there. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but I know that because I've been in the dental field for years. A
You talking
lot of
about
dental conventions are held in Atlanta. Hmm.
up at Cobb? Y'all do them at Cobb or y'all do them down at the
The last place is a real fancy place everybody talks about, but to me, it's called what's that real fancy place everybody always talks about? The last two were there. Um, they be talking about on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. What's that? What's the name of that little city? And there's a rock and roll restaurant that's really popular down there. It's going to come to me as soon as this live is over. You know what
yeah
I'm talking about. It's
downtown
supposed to be a
Peachtree.
wealthy. It's supposed to be where the wealthy people are. There's a bunch of hotels
Well, the
there
wealthy people,
in Atlanta.
Buckhead in that area.
Buckhead,
Yeah,
Atlanta. That's where
yeah,
it's held.
Buckhead.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
mean, it was okay,
Okay, I know
but
what
I
you're talking
mean,
about.
yeah.
So my thing is, and
Yeah,
I
they
like
a
that
lot
you
of times they
brought that
had
up.
a committee. But
Oh, I'm sorry, Sheet. I was saying I'm glad that you brought that up about properly eliminating waste.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't. I mean, I know people that they be like, I don't go, but every 5 days. I'd be like, really?
Yeah, it's a problem, and it can be painful. I thought him and Pastor brought up some very good points. That's a very good point because it's just producing toxins in your body. You're wondering why you have a headache. You're wondering why you feel bad and tired all the time. I will say this to add on to what you were saying about the difference between men and women. And I wasn't even thinking about this because to me, it's very obvious that we are just completely different. But one thing I do recommend, I've done it and I've had friends do it, and I'm telling all my friends to do it. I don't think enough Black people do this. Tell your wife to go to a specialist. She might actually have to go to a specialist to see somebody to because a gynecologist does not they do the bare minimum. They give you a pap smear, a mammogram, but they actually don't delve into your hormones. So it's endocrinologists. They deal with the woman body, but they also deal with hormones. And that's their whole study is hormones. And I found out that my hormones were out of whack. It's very hard. It's almost impossible to lose weight if your hormones are out of whack, because your body puts out certain hormones that cause you to store weight. So um, it's something that all you have to do is request. You go to your gynecologist and request to see an endocrinologist, or request certain tests to be done, and then they can find out whether she has high, like me, I had high levels in estrogen, and estrogen makes you put on weight, and estrogen makes you, it gives you the hot flashes, it gives you a lot of stuff. So once you can get that kind of under control, then everything else kind of comes into play. But a lot of women don't know they're out of control. They're moody. I was going through a lot of stuff, and then I found out it was all related to my hormone imbalance.
And the thing with me is, I know I have a hormone imbalance because I haven't taken estrogen in years, and I had a total hysterectomy. I'm talking about both ovaries gone, both fallopian tubes.
Oh,
I had a total hysterectomy, and so I've not had estrogen since the 3rd month after my surgery.
Aren't you supposed to? Aren't they supposed to keep up with it? Like, aren't you supposed to? You kind of have to stay on it, don't you?
No,
Oh,
no, they can give you estrogen replacement. They gave me a little bit of estrogen replacement, but I don't. My sister and I, we had this conversation. My sister was like, "You cannot take it after so long because okay, so
that's true too.
I have a family history of breast cancer."
Mm-hmm.
And what people don't realize is, with a family history of breast cancer, if you're on hormone replacements, that will exacerbate breast cancer.
Yes, I've heard that. I've heard that. And
Now,
fibroids too. Fibroids too. Mm-hmm.
exactly. And see, my sister used to work at the National Institute of Health, the Cancer Research Institute. Ain't that a blip? She was working there when they found that she had breast cancer.
Oh man.
And so the doctors were able to give her some very good advice. And yeah, I get my regular hello Angel, how are you? I get my regular mammograms. I get my regular I don't have to have a pap smear, because once you don't have a uterus, you don't need a pap smear anymore. So anybody who's going to a doctor and the doctor's giving you a pap smear and you have had a hysterectomy, you might want to change doctors. Because it ain't nothing for them to check for. Because you can't get uterine cancer if you ain't got a uterus.
Right. I guess if they have a partial hysterectomy, obviously, but yeah, if you have a total one, I can't imagine what they're checking for,
I mean, even with the if they take your uterus, I don't see what they're checking for. Because it's not like they can go on. What they gonna do? Touch your eggs from there?
I don't know, Miss
I'm
Bibby.
just asking.
Yeah, I never thought about it, to be honest. I never thought about it. But I just naturally had super high estrogen, and I hope I'm not grossing out Sheed here, but I already talked about it on my channel. And I found out that I had fibroids, and then that probably contributed to it. So I had to be balanced out. I had to take some progesterone to kind of balance me out. Yeah.
And then the other thing you got to worry about, the medication that they give you. A lot of times those medications have you gaining weight. For those of you who don't know, a lot of times when they give us those medications, especially us females that deal with menstrual imbalances, like those different what do you call them, pregnancy birth controls that they give you,
Yeah.
that'll make you gain weight.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I'm not, well, I don't want to, I swear I am not trying to run all the men out the building, but I'm very wary about putting people. There's a lot of people that'll just put their daughters on birth control automatically. I've been against that since forever. I'm glad my mom never did that to me. But I know so many women that did, just because maybe their moms did it, they just rush and put young girls like 12, 11 years, like as soon as they get their period, they go put them on birth control. And I'm like, if the child's not doing anything, let this child have a normal body. That stuff has so many side effects, and we don't know the long-term effects of a lot of that stuff. Let that child be a child.
And that's true, because what people don't know is, guess what they give you when you having irregular menstrual cycles?
Birth control.
Birth control.
Yes, they do.
So if
Yes.
birth control is controlling menstrual cycles and things of that nature, that child hasn't even had a chance to run their course to see where they are.
Yeah.
So that's what we got to think about. You haven't even had a chance to run your course to see where you are, to see if your body, see if you're having bad menstrual cramps, see if you're having bad this or that or other. We're gonna have to have a female's health talk, and I'm gonna have to do, a mixed health talk. What do you see? Do you see a difference when your wife is, what I'm saying, in reference to the way she eating and things of that nature, and weight gain and weight loss during that time?
Well, it all depends, because a lot of times, like, I can eat the same thing she eat, and she'll gain a little more weight than me, and it's not nothing that's like real big noticeable, but she can show it to me and tell me, and then I start noticing. But that's like I say with me, like, my arms spread, my legs spread, so I'm already 5'11", so my body just spread in general. I got broad shoulders, so when it come down to me, I can lose the weight, and you can't even hardly tell till I drop dramatically, but I always lose lots of weight. My aunt always say she see it in my face, and that's the thing with her. When she gains her weight, it's kind of comes on all at once dramatically, and so she'll have to, look at, cutting out things to kind of, get rid of it.
Now I'm gonna tell you guys, when I stopped drinking sodas all the time, I dropped sodas. What else did I leave alone? I didn't drink as many sodas and potato chips, y'all, because I have an addiction. I told y'all I'm addicted to potatoes. Sodas and potato chips. I seen a big drastic difference.
Yeah.
I just stopped drinking soda too, and yeah, I feel I just feel better. I feel like all that sludge was in my body.
And speaking of sludge, I gotta go outside and get another case of water out my car and bring it in the house. Well, y'all, I thank y'all for coming up here and joining me. I'm gonna change this from webinar test 1 to health talk.
Okay, I think you should. I think you should change it. Yeah.
You might want to edit it before we cut out. You can edit it, go into the StreamYard and edit it, and then change it.
Oh yeah, it's easy. I just did that the other day. It's real easy.
Where I go?
You go to you tell me if I'm wrong. You go to past videos or recordings or whatever, and you
Depends, because you can do it live, and if it doesn't happen live, then you can just wait till the video get posted, and then go back to your past videos, and then edit it that way. But normally, what I'll try to do, if I'm catching it on live, I just edit it live. I go straight to the settings, and then I go to the video, edit the title, and hit done, and go to it from there.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be able to do it like right after. Yeah. I know, like for me, as soon as I got off my live stream, I was able to just clip it. That's the cool thing about StreamYard. In the beginning when this thing first started, I don't remember us being able to do that. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it had a lot of new features on there. It's pretty decent. I actually got off the paid version because I wasn't on there as much. Like, I was doing so many videos at first, and then I got so busy, so I couldn't do them. Like now,
I just went and did it on my YouTube side.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, because I got tons. I got probably 20 some videos I still ain't dropped yet. Even when I went to Jamaica, I think I got like 13 videos from Jamaica when I was in Jamaica. I ain't even dropped yet.
Oh, I want to go to Jamaica.
I want to go to Jamaica too.
Take me.
Yeah. We went to Ocho. Was it Ocho Rio?
That's where we're going.
Ocho Rios.
Yes.
Yep.
How
We
was
went
it?
to Yeah, we was good. We went to the REI package, the REI resort, and it was nice. To me, that one was pretty decent, but the one we went in Montego, it got bought out by Sandals, and that one they had. To me, that one's a lot more better because the REI we went to, it only had one buffet. The one that we went to in Montego Bay, it had two buffets, three restaurants, and it like the bars. It had several bars throughout, but it had two buffets and three restaurants. So that would play the different. They had Italian, they had a Jamaican restaurant. I think the last one was a Chinese, and then the buffets it had just a variety of foods and stuff. So it was good. And the one in Montego Bay, it was like what was it called? Sunset something. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Ooh, I think I just figured out something new.
What?
Okay, so I went up there to my little button. I probably spelled this wrong, but I don't care. Okay, I went up there to my little button where it says edit at the top, and I changed the name.
Yeah.
I was able to change the name right here.
Yeah.
So I learned something new. See, I just
yeah. Yeah, I thought you were going to cut something out. Oh, you just wanted to change the name?
Yeah, I just need yeah, because since I was here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You could do it live, or you can go back and do it after. Because that's what I always do with it. If I want to change the name or something, I just change it while we on live. Because if I have one conversation that gets to be something different, I just change it in the middle of the stream and then edit it and pop it back up. And so when it posts as whatever, And I mean, StreamYard is pretty decent, and it has a lot of good features that they add on because they want people to be more engaged. Because you go like Restream, and I think it was two other because Conscious he does a different stream besides those, and then you have there's another company that what's the guy that I goes to Shannon Ross. He has another streaming link that he uses. So it's about 4 or 5.
Listen, y'all, I appreciate y'all for coming over because y'all, guess what? Hey, Miss Cruiser, how you doing? Because this was actually a real good conversation, talk about health and weight loss and everything, and about how men and women differ, because men and women we do differ in reference to this weight loss thing. But the other thing is we gotta be as a people understand that as people we differ, period.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't get down on ourselves because Sheed is losing more weight quicker than we are. And the other thing is people don't realize the heavier you are, it's actually easy for you to lose weight. All you gotta do is cut out a couple of things and move a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you, like I told you, when I cut out the food, my weight started dropping fast. Like just going vegan, like Gold Professor, he already, he's vegan himself, so he gets on me about eating because I've already cut out like everyone, probably if I do because I transport dialysis.
I think you Borging a little bit. Sheed.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Look, Miss Cruiser said, I hate men lose weight faster than us.
It's the muscle. The muscle is what does it. But I think your internet's working out. I'm gonna hop down, but I really have enjoyed. I always enjoy talking to both of y'all, and your chat room is so polite and nice. It was cool to That was my first time being on the panel with Pastor, and yeah, definitely do another show. And all you have to do, you know how to reach me, but it's so easy. All you have to do is leave me a message, and I'll come right over. If I'm online, I'll come right over.
Okay.
Did you fix it? Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm good. Yeah, but it's like, doing the simplest of things of cutting out certain foods, you lose the weight, and then like the exercise, and a lot of people they think it has to be strenuous. I got stuff at home that I use. Like when I wasn't going up there wrestling with the kids and my neck was messed up, I was still doing sit-ups. I have the one of those crunch wheels. So I was doing a crunch wheel because like I couldn't move my neck, but I can still move my body. So I was still doing crunch wheels. I have one of these Body by Jake that goes on the back of your door that you close your door and then you start pulling the resistance bands and it gives you tension to where you can build muscles that way. People think you going to the gym lifting those heavy weights. You can use small weights and just do so many repetitions and that builds strength like that. A lot of people don't understand. If you can lift your own weight, that's building strength right there. And people think that you gotta lift this stuff, you gotta go to the gym, do all this stuff on the treadmill, and it's something simple as just walking and breaking a sweat.
And for
That's
those
I
of
mean,
you
that's
who
like the
don't
big
have equipment at home, guess what? You always got canned goods.
yeah,
You
using a
got
chair.
gallons of water.
I mean, even you have a chair at home, picking up a chair and putting it down. The biggest thing is for you to break a sweat. You could take a chair. I've taken a chair, put it in front of me, take my foot, step onto the chair and raise my leg, drop that down, use the other leg, and keep going alternating leg to leg. And then I'll take the back of the chair, do my stretches and leans on it. A lot of people you gotta stretch because if you haven't worked out in a long time, stretching is key. You'll pull something real easy. Especially when people get out there, get to walking. I had a guy at my job, he was telling me, he said he thought he was big and he tried to run a mile and he haven't even warmed up, never haven't ran a mile probably like in a couple of years. His body was so sore, he think he pulled a calf, he think he pulled something in his leg or something. And he was like, "Oh man, I'm so burning." I was like, "Man, get you an Epsom salt bath and get back out there and do it again, but this time walk." See, people want to do too much. Like I told you, that's how I've hurt my neck. I'm trying to get out here and wrestle with these young guys. I didn't do it. I didn't do much stretching or anything. I just got out there, stretched a little bit, jumped around, exercised with them. Then I got out, and started wrestling. Like I told you, the full body. You gotta stretch your neck, stretch your arms, stretch your legs, bending your torso, pulling your ankles, like twisting your ankles. You use so many muscles in this sport. And that's the thing with generally people who haven't used these muscles in a long time, they say there's muscle memory, but at the same time, you gotta get those muscles back moving. And that's the thing with a lot of people. They
You
sit
gotta
there and they
warm
want
the
to get back.
muscles up before you get them to move again. You gotta warm them
Exactly.
up. And that's the thing that a lot of us do. We don't warm our muscles up.
Yep. And that's the key thing.
She'd well, I'm gonna hop off of here, y'all, because I didn't even realize I had a missed call. But I did enjoy it. The next time you do it, I would love to come. And Sheed is another perfect person. I just actually got through getting off of your channel, Sheed. But I left you a little message because I didn't see it's nothing. But thank you so much, Miss Viv. When I you go live, I see you be going live from work. Um,
I go
when
live from the gas station tomorrow, honey, because tomorrow's another gas station chronicles. Another gas station chronicles.
I think it's really smart. I worked at while I was going to school and everything else. I worked at like a Circle K for like 2 years, honey. You paid the bills. Ain't nothing wrong with it, honey. Ain't nothing wrong.
Honey,
Yeah.
I love my gas station chronicles, and I got a bunch of folks on here who love my gas station chronicles too. Because I wasn't gonna keep going live from the gas station, but they actually like going. They like me going live from the gas station because they like to see the customers come in. They like to hear me interact with the customers. Bella reminds me, Viv, it's 8 o'clock. Go move your car. Go turn the peanuts off.
Some of them people is funny. Some of them people are funny, girl. Oh my God. Just stay safe because we in the world of craziness. But some of the customers can be really funny.
The guys coming in, like I got this older gentleman that comes in and tell me, come live with me.
Yeah, they flirt now. Oh, they flirt.
Man in his 70s, he want me to move in with him. But anyway,
never mind. I was going to tell you something.
No, go ahead.
I've told this story on my channel, but I met my fella I was working at the gas station part time. That's how we met. Yeah, so be careful of them gas station men.
Other people will meet my next husband at the gas station.
You may.
Look, I got a couple of young guys that come in there too. They be flirting with me. They like 35 or 40. I be like, baby, you old enough. I'm old enough to be your mama.
Wait a minute, 40 is okay. That's not too young, I don't think.
Girl, I said 35. I be having 35-year-olds coming in trying to holler at me.
Oh.
Like, baby, I'm old enough to be your mama.
But you look good. That's a testimony. You look good, okay?
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much.
You're welcome.
All right, y'all. All right, so Mahogany, I'm going to let you get your last word in. And then you can tell us whatever you want to tell us about your channels and things of that nature, what's going on and things of that nature.
Oh, awesome. So Mahogany Roots I got to take that off. It's just Mahogany Roots and MJ is my channel. It's a very interactive, different type of channel. You never know what you're going to get over there. We just did a Christmas show. She was there. It was an awesome show. Check it out. I try to keep it fun. Men, women are welcome. Just a very fun channel. But unfortunately, I just started a new job. So I don't know when I'm going live again. I don't plan on going live again probably till the new year, but look out for the shorts and look out for the short videos. I'll still be doing those, but everybody's welcome. Thank you so much. I had a great time. This was a great conversation, and like I said, anytime you want me to come over, I'll come over. Thank you,
baby.
You're welcome. Bye.
She tell people where to find you at, bruh. Tell them what to look for, what you do.
Yeah, look for We Here. Put the hands in the air, waving around like it just don't care. Yeah, so my channel, I got to say, I wild a lot on people's channel, but mine is more or less, trying to get focused on the mindset, your behavior, and finance. That's one of my biggest things I try to focus people on, and life insurance. That's like two of the biggest things of generational wealth is life insurance and property, owning property. You can keep renting all life, but generations and generations show that if you're buying a house 20 years from now, 10 years from now, it's not going to be the same price. You have equity in these houses. When people retire, they can take the equity out, do stuff, or save that equity for the kids. Life insurance, same thing. You can take that life insurance, build it up, and leave it for the next generation. You probably don't even want to have the life insurance for your kids. You'll have the life insurance set for your grandkids, because by the time your kids get older, you can enjoy, the grandkids to a point where you can leave the money for them. And that's like a lot of things I try to put people on to, thinking about the future. Because my thing, I always say this: you're gonna get old. It's fun and games on YouTube now, social media. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're gonna get old, and when you get old, I never want to hear people in their 50s talking about getting their life together. 50s and 60s, you should be saying, I'm trying to, correct some things, modify some things. When it come down to it, you want to live your life responsible. And that's my biggest thing that I try to promote. Life insurance, getting your health is your wealth, mental health, physical health all in one, and shout out Gold Professor with those 9 laws of self-governance. If you don't have that discipline in your life, how can you get to any stage, far as being wealthy, far as being successful, far as being happy? You got to have discipline in everything you do. So that's what
Hey TC, shout out to you, sis. Hey, how are you?
TC.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed this talk today, and I'm glad you came up here. I thank you. I thank Mahogany. I thank Big Duke. I thank Bruh Jay. Shells. I'm gonna run over to Shells chat now and see what she over there talk about, because I know she was live. So I'm gonna run over there and holler at her. But I really have enjoyed this. This has been, I mean, this really has been a good little talk. Because health talk, we don't do enough about it. We really don't. We really don't do enough health talk around here. I mean, you hear people talk about this person fat, that person fat, this person did this person did that. We beat each other down with our mental health and things of that nature. We don't do enough health talk around here. So I appreciate this, and I thank y'all for coming on. And I'm gonna find out from Shelly if she want to do the bipolar talk on her channel, or if she will do it on my channel, or how we gonna do it. We'll invite you up to be part of the panel and talk about, because we were talking about, this mental health thing too. Because that's something that's real important too, that a lot of people don't even want to deal with.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest things that I kind of have gripes with guys that when women do something to a degree and it's mental health, and they want to play it as, oh, this lady's crazy. I don't, even with men, I don't go for that. Like, it's one thing if you have a sickness and you're doing something, and then it's another thing where you just going off the meat rack and don't care, and you just doing something just because you're stressed out and you can't take it. Being stressed and going through a situation is different than mental health, and a lot of people keep forgetting. There's some people that have situations they can't control. And I have family members and friends, like one of my best friends mentally, he's out. I've been knowing this guy since elementary school. He smoked some bad weed. Now this guy lives on the street. Only thing I can do for him is, give him some money, talk to him, or buy him some food. Other than that, I can't get him off the street. He don't want to leave. That's something he's accustomed to. He has it in his head that this is where he belong, on the street. And it's like, what can you say that to, one of your best? And I tell people, he's still my best friend.
That might be his comfort zone.
Exactly. And a lot of people who live on the street, that's how they feel. This is where they belong. And like, who am I to judge this man who wants to live like this? I can only try to support him and do stuff to, make his life a little more comfortable. But, that mental health is a big thing. And a lot of people, they misuse, the saying and the talks of it. And that's what I don't agree. I don't like that.
And I'm going to tell you guys this. I'm going to say this before I leave, and you can agree or disagree. I hear a lot of people talk about Kanye West, and I think a lot of it, when Kanye West is going off the rail, Kanye West is not taking his medication. But what a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of those medications make you feel crazy. That's the only way I can describe it, is it makes you feel crazy. I took Zoloft, you guys. Zoloft, it didn't increase my suicidal ideology. It increased my homicidal ideology. Okay? So it basically made me want to lash out and hurt other people. I tell you guys all the time, I had a situation where the lady touched my arm in church. Well, she didn't touch me. She grabbed my arm in church. And I slapped the fire out of her. When I went and talked to my doctor was like, I was like, well, at least I ain't kill nobody. And the lady said, and the lady upped my dose from 25 to 75 milligrams. She increased my, you know what I'm saying? She increased me from 25 to 75 milligrams. Now, could you imagine going from 25 to 75 milligrams? Hey, Truth, my darling. And then what ended up happening is I was feeling crazy. I woke up one morning. I said, my mother, I couldn't get in contact with my mother in South Carolina. I went and told my boss, that morning, I'm not coming to work today. She was like, well, you here now? I was like, I'm leaving. I'm going to South Carolina. I was dressed for work and everything. I said, I can't find my mother. I'm leaving right now. I'm going to South Carolina. I got on the road. I had on my work clothes. I had a business suit on, heels, got in my truck, drove all the way to South Carolina, drinking a case of water. And I just stopped taking the pills right then and there. I said, I can't take these. I feel crazy. And my mother was looking at me like, what is wrong with you? When I got there, when I got down here to South Carolina, my mother was like, she could see that something was wrong with me. She was like, first off, why are you in South Carolina? Why you ain't call me and tell me you were coming? I said, because you didn't answer the phone. I've been calling you for like two days and you ain't answered the phone. And my mother's like, you ain't, no. I actually got in the car and I drove all the way to South Carolina and I picked my mother up and brought my mother back to DC. But
Yeah,
I had to wean myself off the Zolo. So yeah, so we got to be careful when we start talking about these celebrities and stuff, especially if we know that they got mental health issues. You got to think about it. Some of the medications be making you feel crazy.
I don't think for the most part with Kanye, his thing is more or less like he's actually a musical genius, and to a degree, his mind, the way he thinks, he don't think in the box as everybody else. You know, certain people are set to a standard they adhere to, they do things. With him, he thinks outside the box. His mindset is on another level. So to a degree, he don't think like the normal person. You know, and that plays a big part when you dealing with stuff like that. And so with him, his level of thinking is, you know, to a degree on another realm. So even if it's wrong to the point he thinks he's right, but you know, he's shadowing something that he believes in is truth. You know, like that shirt he wore, to a degree, you can say he's right. Because I mean, all lives matter, but to a point, you got to look at what the situation with, you know, Black Lives Matter, what they stand for, what they do, I mean, they even changed their mission statement for the most part when most people started getting on them about that. But that's another story we're going to get into. But like I said, sometimes people get misdiagnosed because, you know, your gift could be a curse to some. You know, and your light can't be shared with everybody because people not gonna, you know, take your light as for what it is, but more or less for darkness with them because they don't understand.
That's true. That's true. In truth, you're right. Many antidepressants will cause suicidal and homicidal thoughts. It do. It do. So that's the other thing we gotta understand. We gotta look into this medication. And y'all remember, doctors are practicing medicine, which means that they're practicing. Practice something means that it's not foolproof. It's not necessarily foolproof. So what works well for she is not necessarily going to work well for Vivian. So that's the other thing we got to take into consideration, that the doctors are just practicing medicine. So they always don't get it right on the first try. Hell, half the time they don't get it right on the second try. It is possible to have a gift and be mentally ill at the same time. It very well is. It very well is possible to have a gift and to be mentally ill all at the same time. And medicine doses are always being adjusted. You're right. Dosage of your medication always need to be adjusted, because just because it's good for you. Listen, for those people who got kids who are on these medications, all the time at school, your teacher should be sending you information in reference to your kid, because you don't know if the medication is the same. Because the kid gained 20 pounds over the summer, guess what? The medication ain't gonna work no more. Because of that 20, because now they gotta adjust for that 20-pound weight gain. Or let's say they lose 20 pounds. They gotta adjust for that 20-pound weight loss. They might not need as much. Anyway, y'all, I'm not gonna talk y'all. All right, she baby. All right. So listen, I ain't gonna talk y'all head off. I'm about to get out of here. I thank y'all for coming through. I'll be at the gas station tomorrow night. I like that. I like that. Y'all see what he said? That's what an idiot savant is. A genius and simple at the same time. That's right. That's what they are. Anyway, y'all, I will be at the gas station tomorrow, probably doing my live at 5. I'm praying that we ain't got no police action. She baby, thank you for coming. And I will. Thank you, baby, for coming over and joining me. I appreciate everybody for joining us. Y'all, I'm about to go over here and see if Shelly's still live, because she was live. She told me to keep this conversation going. And I did. So I learned a few things about StreamYard tonight, and I appreciate it. Would you say, y'all look, he say it's the Gas Station Flirt Show. It's not the Gas Station Flirt Show. It's the Gas Station Chronicles. I'm going to see if I can get Youngblood to come down to the gas station tomorrow and see if we can hang out together. All right, y'all. So I will see y'all live at 5 tomorrow on the Gas Station Chronicles. And I thank y'all. And as my mom always say, live, love, and laugh. And as my dad always say, Lord, make us a blessing so we can be a blessing. I truly hope we was a blessing to somebody. I know y'all blessed me for coming through. All right, y'all. I'm out. Deuces.